Hey there. Hi. It is Monday, and I had a job interview today that went really well, and I do think I'm going to get a job offer. I'm hoping, my fingers are crossed, because I haven't gotten anything, and I had a really good interview last week, but they decided no. So, I don't know. Maybe I'm being too honest about my MS, and maybe they feel like I'm not disclosing things, but the fact of the matter is I'm disclosing everything. And but they might feel like I'm got some things that I'm hiding, and but I'm just not built that way. I'm like, bleh, here it all is. That's me. So yeah, so I don't know. I don't know what the solution is for that, but I do know that yeah. So look back there, all of those DVDs. I only saved about 5 DVDs, and they're really strange ones. But I I have everything that I want. I have it digitally. And except for things like The Incredible Mr. Limpet. Yes, I saved that. Um I don't really, care to cart it around. I have things on Amazon, and that's just the way it's going to be. So anyway, those went because I don't know if I told you or not, but I am having, well, it's like a container sale. I have a storage container out in the yard, or out in the driveway, rather. And because of that, it's going to run it like a garage sale, but it's going to be in the storage container. So anyway, I'm collecting things this week, and I'm going to arrange it next week, and then I'm going to sell it. This coming Saturday is the Saturday I'm going to have a sale. I'm going to do my best to do that. We'll see. Woohoo! Anyway, so yeah, so that's what I'm doing. And it doesn't matter. Even if I have to take another week, it doesn't matter. I am I am going to try to do Saturday. That's what I'm going to try to do. But if things don't roll out the way I want them to roll out, then if have to do it the next week, then I have to do it the next week. That's all right. These are my power moves for my UHPW, so I'm doing them. They're happening. And it's these are difficult for me. Because it's time and intensity, and like moving things is kind of physically hard for me. Nothing was like, well, the little stuff is easy, right? But I moved oh gosh, it was a bookcase, well, really a video case, like a set of shelves that hold videos, right? And I had a bunch of VHSs. I have no idea if anybody will buy them. I may wind up putting the VHS things. I may put those in boxes and see if anybody wants them, because I mean, I have a VHS player, but I don't know that other people do. so so we'll see. We'll see. Anyway, I'm only going to charge like I'm going to charge like 10 cents or something. I have no idea. Or maybe I'll charge $1 a box, or 50 cents for 10. Yeah, something like that. I'll do something crazy like that. Anyway, and that's about it. I will talk to you later. I thought my hair looked pretty cute today. Doesn't show up on camera very well, but that's all right. Anyway, it looks better in the bathroom, I swear. Anyway, I will talk to you guys later. You take care of yourself. I'll see you tomorrow. Hi, everybody. So today is Tuesday. What is today? Oh my goodness. I just got done with UHPW. It was a really good night. I really hope that Well, I need to not just hope, I need to make it happen. I am so behind. I haven't posted since like the second week of September. Yikes. I've got so many posts to do. I actually have it ready to go. I just need to get it up. I don't know what my problem is. Anyway, we're going to get that to happen today. Or I'm going to get one to happen tonight before I go to bed and let it load overnight. Anyway, and then I will construct the rest of them later. But yeah, so I am in the middle of doing a bunch of things. I am going to be redoing this wall, which I have shown you before, but I am going to redo it because I have new pillars of progress things to write in there, and it's going to be very exciting. Yay! So anyway, okay, I am out of it, obviously. So I am not going to try to keep going because, first of all, it wakes me up and I need to go to sleep because I'm way past tired. And it's just not worth it. Anyway, I love you guys. I'll talk to you later. Bye. Hey, y'all. I almost forgot to do this. I was in bed. I was getting the last things marked off my schedule. And I went, wait a minute. I didn't do that. So here I am. You know what I figured out today? I figured out that ever since I changed my scheduling thing, I've been getting used to it, and that's one of the reasons why some things kind of fell off my map. But that's okay. That's really okay, because that's just adjusting to new things. And I'm really excited with the way my week is going now that I use now that I use the Trello boards and that kind of stuff. I still have to have daily appointments, and I've just started a new practice where I prioritize the things that are the biggest deal to me to get done. And they're not all the little tchotchke things that I do during the day. Those things happen. They always happen. They're the big things, like getting to content creation for my caregiver support channel and that kind of stuff. Studying something new on the computer. I can't think of anything else right now. I'm tired. Maybe I'll fill it in here, right there, or wherever. Anyway, yeah. Oh, excuse me. Ooh. Yeah. So that's going really well, and that helps me. If I had 8 things defined as important today. One was a voice lesson that got moved to tomorrow, and that actually went away. It wasn't not done. It moved, right? Okay. And then, and the thing that was brilliant about that is I did that last night, but this morning I overslept, and I must have needed to, so that's fine. I didn't have any appointments, so it was okay. So, before I go to sleep, I always am strategically looking at my morning and arranging it so that it works for me. And, just based on my vibe, based on how I feel or whatever. Everything is negotiable except for things where I have to show up, like appointments, like when I go to see the doctor or things like that. Those don't move. But the rest of the things that I'm doing, I I allow complete flexibility on, but I need them in the calendar to remind me when I wake up and I'm like, "Ooh, what am I doing?" You know? So it's like um a really great balance between flexibility and accountability. Um and that's what I really like because I want to hold myself accountable, but I don't want to do it with such rigidity, especially emotionally, that I'm putting the wrong kind of pressure on myself to comply. Where I'm like, I have to, but I have to, but that's not the vibe I'm going for at all. First of all, it's not a productive vibe. So it's completely useless to you. You'll get things done, but I don't know if you really do them well when you're under that kind of pressure with yourself. And it also helps me that the other vibe, you are not going to get anywhere near a flow state with that vibe. No, 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 no. It's not going to happen. But the way I'm doing it now is I often get in a flow state, and that is, I celebrate my hiney off when that happens. I mean, I get on the rebounder and bounce up and down. I'm so excited when I get in flow state because it's like, yes, this is where I want to be. Because your mind just like works better when you're in that place. So, yeah. So anyway, so I'm really excited about that. And I am going to catch up on this stuff, and I'm going to figure out, I'm almost all the way through doing the first video, but I don't like that there's nothing going on visually, and I'm going to have to figure it out because the way this first video looks, I don't want to publish it. And I like what I'm saying, but I'm going to have to do something with it. So we'll see. I may share it with a friend and see what she thinks. And my best friend in Ohio, of course. I love her. Anyway, so but I have found it. I have founded. That would be a different thing. I could do that, but that's not what I'm talking about. I found that I still laughing at the silly conjugation. Sorry. I'm really tired. I found I don't even know what I was gonna say. Oh Lord, that's funny. Oh Lord. Oh, I know what I was gonna say. I found that doing voiceover is really good for me. It's a lot better. Now, I started this project that I am doing today. I started by just making a recording of my voice talking about the subject that I wanted to talk about. And then I've been really brutal as I've been going through, and I cut out all the places where I go and there, you have probably noticed in these videos that sometimes if I catch myself and I can't quite there's a pause, I just cut out all the pauses. So it's so much better. It's going to be so much better for the people that are watching than to see me struggle with trying to come up with things, because that's what my brain just kind of goes, and it's not that I can't continue the thought, but and the thing that really will mess you up is that if that happens in front of somebody, they will try to help me right then when my brain is just paused. I don't actually need help. I just need you to be patient. But if you do insert yourself into that pause, for me, what do I do with that? Do I just continue my thought because I am fine? Or do I acknowledge that because you did this because you're a nice human being and you care? Do I go out of my way to explain what happened, it's really a quandary. And sometimes it's like, I don't know what to do with that. I usually err on the side of over explaining, because I want people to understand. But the thing about that is that I often get more help, and honestly, the help as an interruption to my brain is really difficult for me. I had a manager at Starbucks who, for all of the right reasons, would try to help me by talking to me. When I would be at the bar and I would have 7 drinks or 10 or whatever lined up to my left, and I'd have them all in my head. I had all of the milks in the order in my head. And as soon as you talk to me, the whole thing would just blow up. Now, he understood that I was having some kind of a problem, but the way he was helping me, like, completely messed up the way I was dealing with it, if that makes sense. So a verbal interruption is usually hard for me to deal with, even if I'm not having a moment like I just had just then. Even if I'm just talking along and you interrupt, it's hard for me. I feel like I have to just deal with it because everybody does that, and everybody does that. And the other thing that I do, to segue into something that is really not great about me, is that I tend to, if I am firmly in my line of thinking, I tend to, if somebody tries to interrupt me, I tend to, if it isn't one of the pause situations, I tend to like raise my voice in order to control the conversation so that I can finish my thought. And that's not good. It's really not good. And I know it's not good, but it's been a defense mechanism. And I know that I was doing this even before I quit teaching. I know that I was. Now, I don't know that had anything to do. In other words, this is something that I've always kind of done that my MS has made extreme, if that makes sense. Yeah. So anyway, it's, we're all built, God made me exactly the way I am, and I'm glad I'm happy as I am. So I'm cool with it. But, I also am trying to navigate the world and, try to get from point A to point B. And I'm sorry I've talked a really long time. I am going to get off now. I love you guys. I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye for now. Hi there. So I've got some things going on. Money's really, 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 really tight. And I've tried to not talk about it because I just don't want to like borrow trouble, and like it doesn't help to worry about stuff. But the bank account is going to be at 0 very soon, and I'm super worried. So anyway, just telling you what's on my mind. So nothing I can do at this point. I need a job. So there we go. Sorry. I had a little something down in there. I just finished dinner. So, anyway, so here we are. It is Thursday. I started the day off okay, and I had counseling this morning, and that went fine. What did I do? I just kind of fell off my bike in a way, like what I normally do. And so oh, I forgot to do this. Let me do this and then it'll be better. Yeah, that's better. um, I just kind of fell out, on what's happening and or what's supposed to happen in my day, and I had things scheduled and I just said F it. But I'm allowed to have a day like that every once in a while, and I did not do what I usually do, which is still do things from bed. I just need a break. I have kept myself plugged in kind of even on Sunday, because I have a schedule for my worship even. So I think I think I just need to take a moment, and I'll be better for it tomorrow. I also think that I may have a bladder infection, and that may have been what's been going on underneath everything with this hydration issue. I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow at 1:40, and I am making sure not to eat anything before I go in, just to drink, because they wanted to run a huge battery of tests and they can't do it if I have eaten. So I'm not eating until I'm done with that, so that I can know what I need to know. And I'm going to ask them about checking my urine for stuff, because it just, I used to call them silent bladder infections, because I wouldn't feel anything. It wouldn't be painful when I urinated. There would be nothing. I would just have this kind of general fatigue. I've been thinking it's this dehydration thing, and it does resolve when I get hydrated again. However, it could be in addition to it. I know that mom's dementia was always worse if there was something else going on with her. If she had any kind of infection, it threw everything out of whack. So I think that that's probably what it is for me too. And although my brain is getting better, I know it's getting better, and the neuroplasticity, thank God for neuroplasticity, and that I'm getting some things back. But I still have a compromised brain, and I have to be really careful. And so anyway, that's it for now. I'm not going to try to say anything else today. I talked and talked and talked yesterday. So anyway, you have a really good night. We'll see you next time. Hi, y'all. It is really late on Friday, and I got up late, and I probably am going to get up late again tomorrow, because I'm up and it's almost 1 o'clock. So here I am. I just finished starting a Bible study, and I'm hoping that it's going to go well. And yeah, so that's kind of exciting, and that's why I'm up late, and that's good. But anyway, I'm not gonna. I'm fried, and so I can't really comment on anything. But I wanted to keep my commitment and come in, and I love you guys, and you have a really good night. Hey. So, yeah, I've got a lot done today. Um, yeah, I did a really good pre-setup for my Janning tomorrow. I tallied my week's goals, and I have to keep track of all of that anyway, because, well, it doesn't take much more to keep track of it, because I have to have it in my schedule to remind myself and all of that stuff. So I really just think that, anyway, but it does take some time to write it all out, and it adds to the Janning process, which is generally a really wonderful kind of touchy-feely process. And I'd really rather have it done before I do that. So I'm doing that part of the process on Saturday, ahead of time. And the other thing that I got done today is I did do my top three. I don't have the light on in here. Hold on a second. There we go. And it's backwards. And maybe well, I can fix that later. But yeah, that's all going. And so yay. I'm about to get in bed. So I am not gonna have that light on. I don't want to wake myself up. I just want to get this done and get to sleep. So anyway, I got the first three done. Although I do still need some other things to do I need something to do. I've got 3 to thrive for each category, and I'm going to have to read them in order to, I'll keep them here, but I will read them. Physical vibrance, I have water, clean food, and I do the 16-8 daily fasting. And then emotional vibrance, I do gratefuls, incantations, and I love yous, and I love you in the mirror. And then the abundance, spiritual, and financial. I have got, for spiritual, I do daily gratefuls, prayers, and end my day palms up, which is the way I pray my day out at the end. For financial, I have Money Maven, which is me checking in. It's me checking into my bank account daily. When I get, there's the other two. Okay, so I'm reading this book right now, and and she's teaching us how to track our stuff. So, the other thing besides checking in my bank account daily to make sure, and I tell you what, I can't tell you how many times right now because I'm running so close, I have averted disaster. If you get money transferred in, you can avoid overdraft fees and a whole bunch of stuff. So, yeah. So, so that's been wonderful. But the other two things are checking on my budget daily and check in on my net worth. Yeah, she has you check in on your net worth. And partially she has you do that because you are paying it down even $10 at a time. You're taking the consumer goods that you do not need in your house and you are selling them and putting the money towards your debt. Now, I only have one debt. It happens to be enormous. It's my student loan debt, and it started out at $54,000 or 53. It probably was close to 54, so I might as well say that. And it's now over $200,000. And that's because I was never, ever able to make a single payment. The payments were, I left graduate school. Even if I had gotten, let's just put it this way, even if I had gotten the teaching job that I eventually got, which was, I got paid twice every other week. So every 6 months you would get an extra paycheck. But I was only taking home, at the end of that, I was only taking home $800 every 2 weeks. And my student loan payments were $900 a month. It was always an impossibility to begin to pay it. Anyway, I'm hoping, well, I'm not hoping. What I'm planning to do is make enough money that payment isn't a big deal. That's what I'm planning on doing. I'm navigating this disability thing right now, but eventually I'm going to have a business and not going to need the disability. It's just that simple. So I don't know. So we'll see. But the disability could help me get there because it could provide me a base on which to work. So, yeah. Anyway, that's it. So if I could have a little bit of help from disability for a while, and I certainly am, I certainly qualify for being disabled. I mean, just because I don't give up doesn't mean that I'm not disabled. Just because I'm tenacious doesn't mean that I'm not disabled. If it was easier to prove the kind of disability I have, I would have already been on disability. But that just isn't the way it went. So anyway, but if I can get myself on disability and make that work for a while, anyway, that's it for now. I will talk to you later. And I'm chatty Cathy because I'm up late. I'm so sorry. It's going to be a long one this week. I'm sorry. All right. We'll talk. Oh, take good care of yourself and take good care of each other. It's our wind up.
Made you look.